Hi everyone, hi Mom. I'm going to try and get through this really quick, guys, because I've got a cold and I keep coughing and having a hard time filming this. So if you have any questions that I didn't cover, please leave a comment and I will try and answer them. So it's a departure from my normal. I normally do vintage, but I really wanted to do something with white pages this time. And I found this really pretty watercolor paper on Etsy, so that'll be in the box as well for you, a link to it. The button is from Irene. I had to use some trim because the spine cracked, and it wasn't the craft text that cracked, it was the paper. I did paint the craft text, just the edges, so that it would look like it was on a white base. And then I just used a satin ribbon to as the closure. Mod Podge decoupage the whole thing. So I'll try and get through this quick. Sorry, I really want to talk to you guys, but I keep having these coughing spells. Okay, so I did a lot of trim, a lot of butterflies, and some birds, and a few flowers as well. They're Martha Stewart, they're memory box. What else can I tell you? Some spellbinders, Tim Holtz. This one here is a memory box. I did some mounting on these pieces of card that were a kit of some kind, and I never made the kit, so I decided to use them as journaling spots. Added a lot of trim. Washi. I'm going to try not to talk too much, okay? I'm going to do more of a flip through. Except I do want to tell you that that is the embossing enamel on watercolored movers and shapers hearts. Tickets from Irene. Spellbinders. This is a Etsy sentiment. Not Etsy, sorry, Pinterest. If you go to my Pinterest, I have a section, a board of sentiments. Tuck spot. This is from Renee Bouquet, and she's an Etsy store as well. And that was a gift from Crafty Wifey, who's Lisa. And another journaling card, that's a Pinterest download. I have no idea where I got these from. I've had them for a really long time, but they're watercolors, so they went. Oh, I guess I should have finished my sentence. I turned them into paper clips. Here's another one of those with a little butterfly. This was a download as well. I made the pages smaller so that I could use them to make flip outs. Journaling card, Pinterest as well, just on some scrap. Watercolored up a doily and another memory box butterfly. I covered some card with, this is the paper from the front cover. I think these are Recollections flowers and a homemade enamel dot. The words here are this here from Tim Holtz. They come in white and black. So far so good. Graph paper, something from my stash. Another download, DCWV. This is just backed on card, and I really wanted to show you how I did that is with the sticky dots adhesive. I don't know if you guys are aware of this. I've had this for years and years and years. Forgot I had it. And it's super easy. You just peel the back, just peel it up, and it's all these tiny little dots. So you put down the piece that you want the sticky side on, fold that back, give it a rub, peel it back up, and then take it off, and then it's got your adhesive, and then you just stick it down on a piece of paper, and there you go. Bob's your uncle. I did a Tim Holtz bird, watercolored it, added some trim. These little things I also found in my now clean office. Apparently I've had these probably for about 15 years, but you know, it's not really technically my office, so I feel I shouldn't have to clean it, but since I'm stealing it from my husband for my craft room, I figured I'd better clean it. Square doily that I just folded in half, and I sandwiched a piece of pink in between. This beautiful sparkly butterflies from Irene, and I just made it so you could lift it up and write underneath as well. You can also tuck stuff underneath it, it will hold. In the glassine bag is another index card that I backed with some of the papers, so it will hold. Another one of the journal box, I left it so that you could flip it up and write underneath it. An envelope, and I liked it like that so that you could actually do a little journaling there as well. And this here I cut out of a Spellbinders to make a flip up so that I could put an index card there. This is the Holtz Frame Die. Another Pinterest. I'd read it to you, but I think I'm going to start coughing again, so I'm going to keep going. Some of the leftover paper from the front. Another butterfly. Lots of washi. Wanted to add color to the white. And then this, I already had this cut out, so I just did that adhesive, stuck it down on the paper, and then put the Spellbinders back over it and cut it again. So it was all done in one go. This is, I don't know what these things are. They're like tags, I guess. Somebody gifted those to me, I think. And they make good tuck spots, but I also left it so you could actually write underneath it. Just a bunch of leftover things layered on the top. This I turned into a little frame. It is done in photo paper. It's I purchased this download from Etsy. I made a frame out of my Spellbinders, and then I made a bigger one, solid, so that I could mount the frame on top in between. Added some lace, and it's just a little flip up so that you can write on the whole page. A few stars. The envelope to cover the thread. I had to use embroidery thread to sew it together because I didn't have anything light. And it's just got one of those little, but these are great for journaling spots. And a lot of the pages I decided that I wanted to add more, so I did the flip outs this way so you can comfortably write on this side and continue it down here. I thought that was kind of pretty. Of course, I had to add butterflies to pretty much everything. One up here to match this one. This one flips up. And then I made an envelope, and this was inspired by someone from my Facebook group. The only thing I did differently was I actually put pink paper inside of it, and then I put another doily over top of it so that it's actually two doilies folded into an envelope, just to make it a little stronger. And then this is just a little tiny journaling card, and I cut the corners with this one. This is some cute little EK Success, and I really love this one because if you cut a piece of paper narrow and you punch either end and fold it over, you can make a cute little tab on top of your tags. Instead of having a hole, you can just add a fancy little top to it. So I really like that one. And then I added my Handmade by Cheryl on one of those little business cards. Oh, and the reason I did that is so that it wouldn't have pointy ends, so it wouldn't catch on the doily. And then just a homemade enamel dot, and there's another little card there. So a double pocket. Now you can see there's no distressing at all in this book, and there's no inking. Well, there's very, very little inking. I wanted it clean looking. I wanted the colors just to be the colors. I added one of these tiny little Tim Holtz tags. I have the die that does a little one and then the medium-sized one. There's another one of the journal boxes. And then a bigger one. And this is actually packaging from something. I don't know. What's it from? It's Studio 18. Oh, it must have been something from the $1.50 spot at Michael's. Anyway, I practiced to see if it would take ballpoint pen, and it does. So I figured, use some packaging up. You know, it's a nice weight. And then a couple of index cards in there. There's another little saying. I love this. The best view comes after the hardest climb. Isn't that true? That is so true. And there's the other side of the envelope. Just add a little bit of trim here and a couple of butterflies and one up here. Have to do things in threes, right? Another flip out. And there's the other side of the glassine bag that I just cut the top so I could put a little tag inside. And then I put the other two, my last two little sparkly butterflies from Irene. There's another paper clip, so you know, holds nice, right? Another little butterfly on another scrap of doily. A couple business cards here. And this, I was going to write butterfly, because butterfly dreams, I don't know, I don't know. I thought it was pretty. That also, the punch is from Irene as well. She's just the most generous person. Actually, I think the Martha Stewart butterflies are as well. So this is more of an ode to Irene, this book. There's a lot of Irene in here. This is just a punch I've had forever. And it punches out the hearts, and then I thought, hey, I'm going to watercolor them and glue them back in again. So that's what I did. Another little flip. A big butterfly over here. And this is another big flip out. This is one of the I had posted this on my Facebook group, page of the, where did I put them? Right here. So I did these in my Photoshop, and then I just posted them as a giveaway. So you can just cut them out and use them like that. Another, you know, I have tons of flowers, you guys. I'm using them. Another journal box. I'll show you how I did that right at the end, okay? And then I took some paper and I just sprayed it, and this is Color Bloom Soft Teal. I think it's Heidi Swap. No, Prima, sorry. This is my new punch set. It's Bubbles, it's called, I believe. And it's a punch around. Martha Stewart. And this is an Etsy download. I printed that on just regular paper this time. The Martha Stewart, but I ran the butterflies through an embossing folder so they're textured. And then a doily that I cut out of the leftover paper. Add a little flowers, some cheesecloth there, but it flips up so you can use the whole page. And then this last page is like a little notebook. There's four sheets of paper in there, so you can add more writing. And I wanted to, I'll have to put her name in the box below because I want to give credit where credit is due, but I thought this was brilliant. She had made a journal, and I believe it was for somebody. It was a Alice in Wonderland journal. And what she had done was she'd taken a thinner piece of chipboard, covered it, but to the size of the book. So what you do is when you've got bumpy spots and you want to write, you put it underneath and then you can write. I thought, how brilliant is that idea? So that's what I'm going to start doing with all of my books, is I'm going to start using up that mound of scrap chipboard and use that, because you want to embellish, but sometimes it makes it hard to write. So I just thought that was just so brilliant. But I will put her name in the box below because she deserves credit, because that's smart. And the other thing I wanted to show you is how I do my corners, because this punch is the one that I used. And it's not a corner punch, obviously. I have to do this quick because I think I'm going to start coughing again. Oh, by the way, I used Frontage, the chunky gold, And one of the flowers is done with this one. Somebody was asking me, can you get the embossing enamel in colors? And yes, you can. I have bronze, I have white, I have aged ivory, gold, and then there's another one called metal, and it's kind of a mix of black and bronze and gold, and it's cool. Anyway, you can get them in different colors. And I did get mine at Joann's, just for anybody who's asking. Here in Canada, $7.49. I believe they were on sale for $3.95, I think, in the States. Anyway, of course, with our dollar, it really doesn't make much difference. So this is how I do it. I'll get it all set up for you, and then I'll turn it over and show you what I did. So you have to be looking at it, and you put your paper in on an angle, so like a triangle look to it. Okay, so can you see that it's right here and right here? So it's one pattern, and then you just squeeze, and then you've got a corner. So you can do that with, you know, several different, I don't know if you can do it with this one, what it would look like. Yeah, you probably could. Why not? I mean, I don't need to because I have a corner one of this one, but you probably could. It would look something like that. So take your straight ones, you know, if you don't have corner ones, but you have a lot of these straight ones, play with them, see what happens. You might just be surprised. So that's my journal, you guys. Please leave a comment, tell me what you think, and I apologize again for my, I don't know what's going on. I got this cold like in overnight, and it just hit me like a ton of bricks. Oh, but I have to tell you, I was in Seattle 2 days ago. For those of you who don't know, I live in British Columbia. I live close to the border, so it's about a 2.5-hour drive for me to go to Seattle. But I went to Starbucks Coffee Reserve. Oh my goodness, if you ever get a chance to go, because it's open to the public, go. It is the most amazing experience if you love coffee. They have several different ways of making coffee there, and they have reserved coffees, which means they're very limited coffees. We don't sell them in our stores because there isn't enough to go around to all the Starbucks, and they're very pricey. It's like $22 to $26 for a half a pound of coffee, but you can buy the coffee as a drink and try it. Oh, you won't regret it, and pair it with something that it goes well with, and they talk about it, and you sit in these comfortable chairs, and I had the best time. I went down with half my co-workers because my store is closed right now for renovations, so I'm not working right now. And anyway, we had the best time. We went to the original Pike's Place, and we went to the corporate office, and we did the whole tour thing, you know, and yeah, we were amazing tourists, right? Yeah, you know those people that stand in the middle of the road going, oh, yeah, that was us. But we had fun. So anyway, if you ever get a chance, just do it. It's just amazing. So I hope you guys have a great week. I probably won't be on for a while. I'm going to start working on my Hawaii book my journal that I wrote in from my last trip, and I have to start adding my photos and stuff. But I'll share it with you when I'm done. And in the meantime, if you have any questions, just leave a comment. Have a great day. Bye.